Alright, he is not here yet. Oh, hello?
Hello?
Yo, how's it going?
Oh, hi, good.
I'm doing good. So where are you from?
SoCal. I live in the San Diego area.
Oh, okay, cool. And then who do you play?
Uh, I play Greninja, but I like to play Marth every now and then, so I guess I'll try both.
Okay, cool. Are there any like specific matchups or anything that you're wanting to work on, or just kind of like see what habits I can pick out and help with?
I guess just whatever you want to play as. I don't really mind. Although I do want to try the Cloud matchup.
Okay, cool. So what's your Nintendo ID?
Let me check real quick. I guess I should have had that since the beginning. Give me a sec.
Yeah, no worries.
I think it's Illusion Zeta. Like Illusion and then
Okay.
Zeta.
Oh, what the hell? Okay, let me add you.
Alright, for sure.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Are you seeing me?
Yeah. And then I'll host a room here.
Okay.
I'll start with Ryu, and then I'll see what I can pick out with Ryu, and then I might swap around to other characters and see what else I can pick out with other matchups and that sort of thing.
Alright, that's cool. Alright, I got you.
Awesome.
Alright, I'm joining.
There you go.
What stage do I choose? Does it matter?
Yeah, it's completely up to you.
Alright.
This is your time. So whatever you feel like you're comfortable on, or whatever you want to work on.
Alright, for sure. I just clicked Smashville.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Alright, that was nice.
Thank you. So one thing I'm seeing like so far, which isn't necessarily like an awful thing, but you're just doing like a lot of dashing.
Oh, okay.
And dashing isn't necessarily bad, and Greninja's dash is really, really good. But you have to be really careful to not get caught out of your dash, especially out of your initial dash with things like aerials and that sort of thing.
Oh, right, I see.
So there were a lot of times when you were just like trying to like start a dash and you were just kind of getting like stuffed. So just be really careful about how you dash, because when you dash you're very limited in your options, whereas when you're like walking you can do literally anything you want.
Yeah, you can do like anything.
Yeah.
Alright, makes sense.
Obviously moving around a lot with Greninja is really good. It's just a matter of keeping it fresh and keeping it kind of like mixed up so your opponent doesn't like can't catch on to it.
Okay. Alright, makes sense.
Oh.
Wait, are those items mine?
No. I mean, yes. They definitely are.
Oh.
That's why
Yeah,
I was confused. That's okay. Alright, yeah, I think those are on your end. I had items on earlier, but I didn't have any of those items on.
Yeah, I was playing on his own like a couple of days ago, so I guess I just haven't turned them off yet.
Yeah, I'll check mine too just to make sure, but I think those are on your end.
Yeah, they were mine.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, I turned them off.
Awesome. Nice.
Thanks. That was good.
Thank you. So for the most part, like when you're in advantage state, you're doing like pretty well, and you're getting like good confirms, good combos, that sort of thing. The main issue, I think, where you're getting punished the hardest is just in neutral. You definitely like are being the aggressor, like you're the one who's acting first. And
okay.
all I'm doing is just kind of like jumping around and waiting for you to dash in. So yeah, I'd say like just be careful about how you're playing neutral, because you're definitely getting caught just for like running in over and over.
Alright.
Like you ran in and tried to like dash attack at early percent, and you ate like 30% for it. And then after that punish, I basically did the exact same thing, and I just waited for you to dash in, and you did dash in, and you took like another 30 for it. Once you got into advantage state, it was fine, but it was just
the neutral.
yeah, it's just kind of like getting that opening in neutral. That was the tough thing, it looked like.
All right, for sure. You saw it coming, huh?
Yeah. Misinput.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was kind of happening again that game. Is just like the dash-ins. Like it seems like your main way that you're trying to get openings in neutral is just like dash attack or like dash grab, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think like you have to just kind of like vary it. Yeah, you have to just use different options. So I'd say try spacing forward airs. Forward airs are like super good, and they're like super safe. As well as just throwing more shurikens.
Oh, okay.
Just because those are really, really good to condition people like to try and like come in on you.
Yeah.
If you just try and like do that sort of thing to force your opponent to come in on you instead, that's something that will help you a lot. And then you can space backwards with those forward airs to kind of like zone people out, as well as incorporate those dash attacks and dash grabs in like later.
Okay, once they get conditioned.
Yeah, it'll make those dash attacks and dash grabs more effective just by, just because your opponent is going to be thinking about more things.
Yeah, alright, makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of a hard stage spike to see coming.
Yeah.
And I know that that whole like changing what options you're using in neutral isn't something that's gonna be
Hard to
isn't
get used to.
yeah, it isn't gonna be something that's like an easy switch. But
Yeah,
it's
like,
definitely
I'm trying to
something.
keep it in mind, but yeah, like I'm so used to playing how I'm just playing.
Yeah. But that's something definitely to kind of like think about and just to try and incorporate. It's just using more shurikens, not always approaching with dash attack or dash grab, and kind of like using those spaced forwarders as well to kind of like wall your opponents out. How you should, like, in my opinion, how you should be playing is just like you want to be walling your opponent out like 80 or 90% of the time, because that's like the safe stuff. And then when you actually have them conditioned to like run in on you and they're starting to get kind of like anxious and trying to push into you too hard, then that's when you kind of mix things up with the dash attacks or the dash grabs and that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Alright, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
So the reason that you're getting hit by those heel slides is kind of like what I talked about before, which is just
okay,
those
the dashing.
the dashing in. That initial dash is like super susceptible to that to a heel slide. So I'd say that's like the big thing is just kind of like and you don't necessarily have to like stop using dash-ins. It's just like try and be a little bit more reactionary and see what your opponent is doing, and then react to what your opponent is doing in order to get like a better punish, I guess.
All right.
Because right now what's kind of happening is I feel like you're not reacting to what I'm doing and you're just trying to hit me wherever I am.
I see.
And it might be something that's hard to, like I said, it might be something that's hard to change initially, but it'll be something that will, it'll be something that will definitely change your game for the better.
All right.
See, that was that initial dash there again.
Yeah, I saw that. Did it again.
Yeah, so as long as you're like realizing that it's happening, that's the first step.
Okay, just get me aware.
Yeah, the first step to breaking a habit is realizing that you have one. So each time you catch yourself getting hit for dashing in, just try and like think like, okay, what could I have replaced that with that would have worked?
Okay.
And the hard part is definitely not just breaking that habit, but trying to make sure that you're not getting another bad habit as a result.
Oh, I see. Okay. Just improving and not like trading one habit for another.
Yeah, exactly. So don't, every time just like, if you were to be like, okay, I could dash attack here, but I'm going to throw a shuriken here every time, then suddenly you have a habit of shurikening too often,
Yeah.
So you just want to make sure to like mix up those options as best you can.
Okay.
See, already that dash in was a lot harder for me to react to because you were spacing forward airs and you were throwing shurikens before and after it.
Yeah. Good how it go.
Nice, that was a good conversion.
Thanks.
Yeah, just gotta be really careful to make sure you're doing stuff that is true against Bayo, just so she can't wish time out of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, from what I'm seeing, the thing that like is definitely the biggest that will help you the most is just that kind of like playing a little bit more reactionary and neutral in order to kind of just mix things up a little bit. Because right now you're definitely like trying to be the aggressor the whole time, which isn't necessarily bad if you have like a really, really good pressure game and you're mixing things up the whole time. But I think it'll be much easier for you to kind of like play a little bit more reactionary, do the safe things for like the large majority of the time that you're playing, and then go for the kind of like reads for the dash attacks and that sort of stuff.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So yet again, that was kind of like a reaction play on you dashing in. I placed myself beside the edge, and then you dashed in, and I spot dodged it, and then got the down smash for it. So like, yeah, each time you get hit, it's kind of just like you immediately want to ask yourself a lot of questions. You want to ask yourself basically like, why did I get hit? What can I do to prevent myself from getting hit like that next time? What could I have done there that worked? And it's very hard to ask yourself these questions like quickly and like effectively in the moment. Yeah, but that's what you need to be able to do in that sort of situation. Okay. And that will help you. That will help you be able to pick out your own habits, too. And that's the biggest thing. Like I can pick out your habits like for the rest of your life, but that won't really help you, you know? What'll help you the most is by asking yourself all of those questions. Not even so much changing those habits, but just being able to recognize your own habits. Okay. By being able to, you know, ask yourself those questions and find, like, for example, a pattern. So if there's a pattern of like, oh, I got hit for dashing in, oh, I got hit by dashing in, then you can see that for yourself. You can be, okay, there's a problem here. I need to adjust something.
Like quit dashing.
Yeah. So those questions are what will allow you to kind of fix those things for yourself.
Okay. be dashing in.
Yeah.
That was so nice.
Thank you. That's one of my favorite things about Cloud is just the fact that you can do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
If your punish game is on point, you can get ridiculous stuff.
Oh yeah, like tweak for crazy.
Yeah.
How am I doing on my disadvantage?
So like disadvantage is definitely hard against Cloud.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you're doing like a pretty good job of it. You're kind of getting out of stuff. I'd say definitely avoid Shadow sneaking out of cross slash because he'll just do it again.
Yeah. The first time I did it, I realized that was a bad idea, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to like not repeat that anymore.
So yeah, that's definitely one thing. But like getting out of up air strings and stuff, you weren't taking like much more than you had to or anything. You're mixing things up like a good amount.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, because Greninja doesn't really have any like combo break aerials. It's kind of, he kind of relies on that Shadow Sneak. But I'd say for the most part, like just Shadow Sneaking out of Cloud stuff in general is just kind of like bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that dash. Yeah, I'm seeing like what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, so it's kind of like just like asking yourself those questions. And if you constantly ask yourself those questions, you'll start to be able to pick out your own habits a lot better than I can. But I'm glad that we're picking out like the big stuff first.
Yeah. Oops. Keep doing it.
Well, if it works, it's not an issue.
But, like, yeah, that's true. But you're right. Though I should like. Oof. Okay, that was good too.
Thank you. But yeah, so the biggest thing is just realizing that you're doing it, and then if it works, like I always say that like the best option is the one your opponent doesn't expect.
Makes sense.
Because if they're expecting dash attack, it's easy enough just to like perfect shield, and then like some characters will even be able to like smash attack to punish that.
Yeah.
But if they don't expect it, it's suddenly an amazing option. Yeah, be very careful about jumping from ledge against Cloud, because that's what's happening these few times. You've been jumping from ledge, and I've been cross-slashing your landing.
Yeah.
Nice. That was a good option.
Thanks. Ooh, that was so cool.
Did that catch your jump?
Yeah,
You did drop jump.
I did. Yeah. Well, what move was that though? Was it neutral air? Because I wasn't even paying attention. Or was it your back air?
That was neutral air.
Okay.
Oh god, that was awful.
Yeah, too much drift.
Oh, that was really bad. Both those stocks that I lost there were really bad. Just
Yeah,
ended up doing
true.
the wrong thing that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, I think one of the things that you could be getting a lot more against Cloud is just like when he's off stage. So there are a couple of times where you knocked me off stage, and then you immediately like jumped, which isn't necessarily bad, but you put yourself in a position where I could easily just jump back on stage and get under you.
Oh,
And then of course when I can get under you, I can just up air you.
yeah.
So yeah, I definitely say just be really careful about how you move once you get your opponent off stage, especially someone who's like so susceptible to being gimped like
Like Cloud.
Cloud, yeah.
All right.
So like right there, do you see how you jump towards the
Yeah,
ledge?
I saw that.
And I just got underneath you? Nice, that was a lot better. Just staying on the ground.
Instead of
Yeah.
okay. Oh man.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah, try to attack that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell my cloud definitely isn't like polished, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
But yeah, I think for the most part, getting under the ground there, or not under the ground, but getting like on the same level as Cloud, because I mean, Marth doesn't really have anything that reaches under her that's like good. It has down air, but like down air is really inconsistent.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say just like going the way you were there, staying on the ground, waiting for the jump in, and just F smashing and just kind of like finishing like that was a much better way to deal with it.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind then.
Awesome. See, there's that dash in again, but with a different character. I definitely just recommend you walk a little bit more, because those dashes are really easy to cover with just like throwing a hitbox out in that direction.
Yeah. Oh, I got hit by that.
Yeah, careful about using aerials at a hit stun, because people will punish that.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I didn't think you were in range. That was good.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. Alright, that was pretty good.
Thank you. But yeah, I'd say the biggest thing with both your characters isn't that like you're doing anything super wrong as far as like bad habits besides like the dash-in habit. I'd say just
Yeah.
like the big thing is just fixing those well, fixing the dash in habit and then playing a little bit more reactionary, making sure that the things that you're doing are safe options, and the options that are a little bit more risky, like the dash-ins and those sort of things, are things that you're keeping for like more of read-based gameplay.
Okay.
And I think that will help you a lot, as well as just making sure to ask yourself all of those questions, like why did I get hit? Yeah, why did that work for them?
What can I do better?
Yeah, as well as even when you're hitting them, make sure you're asking yourself the same questions, like why did my hit them? What did they do wrong? What habit am I punishing? What might they do next time to mix things up, you know?
Okay.
And it's a lot of questions and it's a lot of info to take in at once, but it's something that you can kind of internalize into your play style, and it'll help you a lot. So that's the dash in again. Ooh, nice. Yeah, did you see how that dash in kind of like affected even just that little thing, like the limit neutral B? Oh, I can't hear you. You are a robot. All right, I still can't hear you. There must be a connection issue. You're very robotic. Oh, now it's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, so what were you saying?
I was just saying, do you see how like even in the situation where you like dashed up to try and cover me after you hit me, I just like immediately threw out limit blade beam and punished. Yeah. But yeah, so we're coming up to the 55-minute mark. So I'm just gonna go over the things that like are most important to work on, and then we'll probably finish stuff up here.
Okay.
So yeah, just to kind of like reiterate, the dash-in habit is probably like the worst habit you have, so that's probably the one you'll want to work on first. That will get you the most. And then after that, I'd say making sure to work on just like mixing up your options and making sure that all the options that you're doing, you're thinking about doing and not just like autopiloting into them.
Okay.
So that each option or each time you are in one of those situations, you're choosing different options and you're able to kind of like kind of mind game your opponents. And then after that, shoot, there were the kind of like specific stuff like making sure not to like autopilot once you get your opponent off stage.
Just
and
be
just
more reactionary, basically.
Yeah, I think playing more reactionary in general will help you a lot. But that definitely, like, I could see you start to do that with that Marth F smash on my cloud recovery.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'd say those are the big things to work on, and those will be what help you out the most.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Well, if you have any more
Alright,
questions, feel free
thanks
to
a
DM
lot.
me. I'm more than willing to help out.
Sure.
And I have this recorded, so this will go up on YouTube sometime in the next few days here.
Oh, perfect.
So that if you want to look over stuff again, you can go back and look through things.
Yeah, definitely. Like I saved a couple of replays just so I could see what I was doing wrong, but I think that will be like very helpful.
Yeah, for sure. All right, awesome. Well, you have a nice day, dude.
Sweet, thanks. I appreciate it.
No problem, dude.
All right, have a good one.
You too.